think we've warmed our cockles and drawn our chairs up to the fire. So should we have some news?
Ooh,
Yes.
Yeah, oh my goodness! I think you can feel the tingling wash of emotion and enthusiasm coming out of your screen right now from Dan and Ross. So I think to really capture this spirit, I'm going to get Ross to do our news stinger. Go.
Okay. Down, 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 down. Banner, 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 bow. It's the Danger News. Down, bam, bam, bow. In the afternoon with Andrea Merkel.
There we are. So a masterclass in how to paint yourself into a corner with improvisation. Right there.
Not Angela Merkel, Andrea Merkel.
Andrea Merkel, the little-known presenter of afternoon news, apparently, which goes live at 7:15 in the evening. That's right.
Like Angela Merkel's sister, who has a Twitch show about gaming news.
Yeah. Do you want me to go first, Dan?
Huh?
Do you want me to go first?
Yeah, go on.
Okay.
Is it about Andrea Merkel?
No, it's about the Dungeons and Dragons movie.
Oh,
the long in development Dungeons and Dragon movie, who Chris Pine has been involved and has been cast in back in December. Also has Justice Smith from Detective Pikachu and Michelle Rodriguez from the Fast and Furious franchise has been cast. And now, recently, Reggae Jean Page has been cast from the sexy Bridgerton on Netflix.
Sexy Bridgerton.
Sexy Bridgerton. There's lots of sexiness in Bridgerton. So if you haven't seen it, go and see it. So Reggae will be in the new film. So some more stars being put on it, and hopefully it's going to be good. It's debate. Don't know when it's coming out, but at least it's got a cast, and that's a good thing.
Yeah.
It's getting more cast members.
It's interesting because speculation will still be rife because, of course, we've all seen the case where the industry gets a handful of diamonds and hurls them at a turd to make sure that you can't really see the turd because it's covered in diamonds until it's too late. That should be pretty good. Naomi thinks the vibes he's bringing don't belong in the D&D movie. I mean...
D&D can be sexy. D&D's allowed to be sexy.
It can be sexy. But the thing I'm worried about is that we talk about all the really positive things that are happening in the industry, the inclusion, the sort of like the banishing of stereotypes and moving forward in fantasy and in all the genres. And I just worry that this is going to be a step back, that it's going to be like, hey, we didn't get this memo. Hey, look, it's sexy D&D in the worst way. And you're like,
I don't know.
I honestly don't know.
I messaged my friend immediately upon reading this news and was like, "Ha! Now you have to be interested in my hobby."
Have
you guys seen Bridgerton?
No, I heard it's
haven't.
full of the naughty, sexy times.
I can give you a quick summing up of all of that, of all of his parts, and I mean, it is all about him basically. Bridgerton and amazing costumes. It's basically him going to a girl and being like, I shouldn't like you, but I really like you. I'm in love with you. Here, let me take my shirt off. He takes his shirt off. She's like, all right, I'll do you. He's like, no, we can never be together. And then he walks out. It's basically a guy with a really good torso cock blocking himself for 10 episodes. It's tremendous.
Wow. Okay, well, there we go.
Dan's review of the next Netflix show is next week.
Well, exactly. And I'm glad they didn't get too raunchy because Ross seems to have regressed to about the 1950s in his attitudes towards discussing sex. That was good. That was good.
Well,
that when a man and a woman hopefully have met for at least 10 times. And,
of course.
I am being. I'm joking. But he is very good.
Of course.
I think he will be very good in this.
Yes, and I hadn't heard of it, but is it popular? Is it trending? Is it?
Yes. At the moment, it
popular.
Is. Right. Okay.
I think it might be the most successful Netflix show of all time.
Whoa!
I think there's something about that. It was a mega hit, and it is. You should watch it just for the costume design, James, because the costume design is unbelievable. They've taken that attitude of it's historical, but historical in feel rather than actuality. So the costumes are not necessarily kind of historically accurate, but they're accurate to it's Georgian, and it's accurate to kind of the idea of a Georgian costume.
Oh, wait, it's the sort of the super trendy sort of modern fusion like Georgian.
That kind of vibe.
I don't know. I think I've seen too many bad versions of that, and I just got a little bit of like. But I will give it a try based on your recommendation. So there we go. So I'm sure he has a lovely, lovely torso. We're getting a lot of questions actually about the D&D movie. It's kicked off in the chat. Naomi says, "Do you want a Bard D&D movie? Do you?" No. Probably not. Patinio says, I'm not sure I get the point of a D&D movie. What makes a difference from any other high fantasy movie? Will we see dice rolling in the corner of the screen? Gwot thinks that, do you think they're going to be in world, or players playing a game with the famous people as cast, or famous stars as players transformed as sexy PCs by removing glasses, baggy sweaters? This is all speculation. I don't know. What do you think, guys? We'll do it quick because we talked about it before, but it's worth mentioning because it's a big, it's the first time D&D's
like
been
I said in previous Dangerous Wednesdays, I think I would like it if it was kind of a little bit like Jumanji, like they did it like that. Because that was a really successful reboot of the franchise, and I think that would work in a way. You have these people playing a game, and then they're transported into the world. They're not like, oh my god, I'm a totally different character, but it has that vibe to it, like they're transported into this world. Yeah,
exactly. It's that linking of a player and their character, isn't it? Yeah. Rather than just. We're just characters in a fantasy world. Well, that's just every fantasy movie ever. You need that link between the two. What about you, Dan?
I'm coming around to the same things, Ross. I want it to be about the game. I don't want just a generic, like fantasy movie like the Jeremy Irons one was, because that can be any franchise, and there are franchises that will do it better. I think I want either something about people playing D&D and getting dragged into the game would be good, or I want an Aaron Sorkin penned dramatic story about Gary Gygax inventing D&D, a la kind of Social Network. I want like someone staring at like a nut that's like got 20 sides, or someone staring at like a cube and be like, my god, being like, the armor class goes up goes down as well as up. Just like dramatic kind of very over the top verbose walking and talk. I mean, some of those people walking quickly may not be exactly the shot we do. But I think that would be lovely.
All right, so there we go. Hopefully they're watching and they're taking notes. We want a 20-sided nut. That's what I took.
I couldn't think of anything else. That's 20 sides.
And from small nuts, great D&D oaks grow.